Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and episode 4 of the TNA save on TEW 2020. Now, we are 2 weeks away from our first pay-per-view Genesis. I've kind of got the card fleshed out, but there's just one or two things that we need to address first and foremost. But before we get into this week's show, we'll just quickly go over last week. We've seen the Amazing Red retain the X Division title. The Motor City Machine Guns defeated the Young Bucks, and Beer Money defeated Team 3D, so that's going to be one of the feature matches on week 3. Tara defeated ODB to retain the Knockouts title, but the Beautiful People were getting involved as well, so there's clearly something going on there. And of course, AJ Styles defeated Christopher Daniels, and Daniels and Samoa Joe have their own thing going on as well. So a lot of feuds going into Genesis, a lot. But let's not waste any time. Let's get stuck into week 3. To start the show, we're starting it off with the X Division Championship. In a decent match, the Amazing Red defeated Homicide in 13 minutes and 27 seconds by pinfall with a red eye. And that's defense number 3 for the Amazing Red. So Red's on a bit of a hot streak. He had a good performance of 62. Homicide, not so much. There is a bit of a red flag here, though. There were times where there was a definite lack of psychology on display, and the match had a tendency to drift a little. But the match did get the show off to a strong start, and the match got the crowd hotter as well. So not bad, but again, this might be a red flag. We'll certainly look into it. We had a 59 segment rating for that, so the important thing here is that the Amazing Red retains his title and it all leads to Genesis. And following the Amazing Red defending his title, Paul Heyman makes his first appearance on Impact. Now, usually I'm not really a fan of GM positions, because I feel like it's outplayed a little. But in this instance, it kind of does call for it. After another successful X Division title defense for the Amazing Red, Paul Heyman makes his first appearance on Impact, and he announces the main event, which will see Kurt Angle face Jeff Hardy in the main event. And in anticipation of the world title match at Genesis, AJ Styles and Angle will meet face-to-face once again in a contract signing, and that will happen next week. He also congratulates Red on retaining the title and also announces that he'll defend it next week against Suicide and again at Genesis against a new signing for TNA. Now, who could that be? Well, I'm not going to spoil it. But it's certainly going to be interesting. Certainly will be interesting. The segment rating got a 69, which is pretty damn impressive for Paul Heyman's debut. The AJ and Angle storyline has automatically advanced, and so has the X Division title storyline. Paul Heyman improvised well throughout the segment, and the Angle got the crowd hotter. So we're kicking it off really good, man. And you've already got a match for next week set up, and you've got the contract signing to look forward to as well. So a lot of shit going down. A lot of shit. And of course, we cut to the backstage. Tara is interviewed by Christy Hemme following her Knockouts title win. And she asks her about what happened with the Beautiful People last week. You know, Velvet and Madison getting involved. And Tara's insisting that she's got nothing to do with the Beautiful People. She has nothing to do with it. There's no, like, her hands are clean in this, okay? But ODB then interrupts the interview and states that she isn't buying the innocent act because she saw Tara walk up the ramp, and that happened after the fact. So, a little bit of tension between Tara and ODB as it relates to the Beautiful People. And she's insisting that she's aligned with them, but before Tara can respond, ODB has jumped from behind and then left at Tara's feet. So, you know, Velvet and Madison, they're getting involved in ODB's business a lot. So we'll see how that works out. But there did need to be a little more star power in the segment to have Velvet and Madison fighting for that long. I mean, overall, I think it was pretty good. The performance of ODB was good. Tara improvised the segment well. ODB did a masterful job of improvising interactions with the crowd, and of course, the announcing and the commentary lifted the segment as well. A 46 overall rating. But again, that's a common theme with the knockouts, man. But as far as the beautiful people go, there is a plan in place. There is a plan in place because I want the beautiful people to be a focal point of the knockouts division. I really do. I feel like that is where they're best placed, but we'll certainly see where it goes. And following the backstage interaction with Tara and ODB, the beautiful people have themselves a tag match. They defeated Taylor Wilde and Sarita in 9 minutes and 50 seconds, where Velvet Sky pinned Sarita after using a foreign object. So yes, the beautiful people cheating to win. I love it. I love it. I mean, it was okay. It was okay. Velvet Sky was off her game, really, but the announcing did lift the match. And it got a 53, so it's not terrible. But, again, you're seeing us push the beautiful people pretty damn, well, kind of in a way where they are going to be the focal point. Like, we've talked about that already. So, hopefully it works out for me, because I want those two, Velvet and Madison, to be major players in this division for sure. Taylor Wilde and Sarita, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but right now they're fulfilling a role and getting the beautiful people over, I guess. Okay, we're in the backstage once again. Samoa Joe is interviewed by Jeremy Borash, and he's asked why he continues to torment Daniels by saying that he doesn't have what it takes to win the world title. Joe simply responds by saying the reason he is doing this is because it's the truth. And Daniels proved incorrect when he lost to AJ last week on Impact. But then Daniels interrupts and states that he is tired of Joe's mind games and he challenges him to a match at Genesis. Joe accepts and states that once Genesis is over, Daniels will have no choice but to accept the truth that he does not have what it takes to be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So, Daniels and Joe set for Genesis should be an absolute banger. The fall and rise of Daniels' storyline has advanced with this segment. Borash enjoyed going off script as well. And of course, the announcing lifted the segment, but Daniels did struggle when going off script. Not terrible, 53 for a segment rating. But I think once we get to the match of Daniels and Joe, it will get a higher rating than that. Absolutely it will. Okay, and in the TNA World Tag Team Title Tournament, Beer Money defeated the Motor City Machine Guns in 18 minutes and 5 seconds when Rude pinned Sabin with a DWI. So that means Beer Money get their shot at the British Invasion at Genesis. And from the looks of things, Beer Money did carry the match a little bit. You know, Sabin and Shelley not having a great performance, really, 55 and 53 respectively. But Rude and Storm showed excellent chemistry teaming together. I mean, I should hope so. It's fucking Beer Money. And Shelley and Sabin got a tag team specialist bonus as well. But you're already seeing where we're going with the tag division, lads. You're already seeing it. Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns in the finals. I mean, do I need to say any more than that? Like, it just makes sense, really, doesn't it? 64 overall rating. I like it. But we're moving, lads. We're moving. Despite the British Invasion doing everything in their power to avoid defending the tag team titles against Beer Money, Storm and Root are now officially the number one contenders after defeating the Motor City Machine Guns and will finally get their shot at the TNA World Tag Team titles. Now, with that, I remember at the time the British Invasion using loopholes to avoid facing Beer Money. Like, I remember that being a thing. So that's kind of where we're going with that. Storm and Rude call out the British Invasion, stating that they are sick and tired of the tactics used by the World Tag Team Champions, citing the fact that they have consistently found loopholes to avoid defending the titles. But at Genesis, it all comes to an end as Beer Money vow to walk out as TNA World Tag Team Champions. Again, we talked about the loophole thing. I don't really remember what the ins and outs of that were, because I was kind of floating in and out of wrestling at the time, because, you know, WWE was terrible at the time. And, I mean, TNA, I did dabble in TNA, but I didn't really watch it in a sense where it was like, I'm fully invested in it. Had I done that, I probably would have watched it more, but that you can see where we're going with the tag division. You know, Beer Money at the top. You have the Guns, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the British Invasion. I've yet to use them on TV yet, which kind of shows where I am with them, because they're a mid-card team. Like, I don't really see the British Invasion at the top of the division for very long, if I'm honest. But we'll see. The segment got a 58 overall rating. The announcing lifted the segment, and the colour commentary gave the segment a boost as well. And the storylines advanced as well. Although James Storm did not do well without a script to follow, which kind of sucks, but we deal with it. We deal with it. Okay. Prior to the main event, ahead of his match with Kurt Angle in the main event, Jeff Hardy is interviewed by Christy Hemme, who's tried to do this for twice. And the third time, she actually gets a word in. She asked Jeff about Desmond Wolf's attack last week on Impact and the challenge issued by Wolf for a match at Genesis for the TV title. Hardy's got no problem with that. If he wants a match at Genesis, he's got it. But tonight, his focus is solely on Kurt Angle. So Jeff Hardy and Desmond Wolf for the TV title at Genesis. Again, you can already see the cards starting to come together. You can already see it. I don't know what direction the match is going to go in, but I've got a vague idea, lads. I've got a vague idea of where I want to go with it. Now, Jeff Hardy was a real star in this segment. Of course he was. Christy Hemme was very underwhelming. Jeff Hardy clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and perform well. Christy Hemme improvised well throughout the segment, and of course the announcing and colour commentary lifted the segment. Great. Anyway, well, actually, yeah, 57 overall rating as well. So, could be better. We move. And of course, the main event, Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Kurt Angle defeated Jeff Hardy in 26 minutes and 28 seconds by submission with an ankle lock after interference from Desmond Wolf. So Desmond Wolf continuously getting in Hardy's business, man. Continuously. But segment-wise, 75 overall rating. That'll bump up the rating of it a bit. Kurt Angle had an in-ring performance of 84. Jeff Hardy had an in-ring performance of 72. I love that. Absolutely love it. The AJ and Angle storyline has advanced with this segment. The Hardy and Wolf storyline has advanced with this segment, and it gained heat as well. So Desmond Wolf kind of, saying to Jeff, look, you might have accepted the challenge, but I'm going to continue to mess around with you, bro. So, hey, it is what it is. Okay, and to end Impact, Kurt Angle, after defeating Jeff Hardy, he has his hand raised, but as he walks up the ramp, he's confronted by Styles, who asked Angle about Desmond Wolf's involvement, but Angle's got no idea what's going on, because he didn't see it. And as the two are arguing, Wolf slides in the ring and knocks out Hardy with his own TV title and holds it above his head, signaling that he will be the next television champion. So Desmond Wolf continuously getting in Hardy's business, man. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And that's the idea. We're making Desmond Wolf to look like a credible threat. Not just the TV title, but to potentially the World Heavyweight title going forward as well. Because Desmond Wolf, man, he was so good. But there's two matches I remember him having towards the back end of 2009. You know, the match with Kurt Angle at Turning Point, which I maintain he should have won. And of course, the 3 Degrees of Pain match at Final Resolution with Kurt, which, again, that was, honest to God, that was fantastic as well. So, I don't really understand why they didn't push him further than they did. I mean, maybe that had a lot to do with Hogan coming in and everything else, but, you know, that's the idea. We're pushing Desmond Wolf. So, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, lads, here we go. Week 3. We got an overall rating of 63. So our ratings are going up, man. Our ratings are going up. We're building feuds. We're setting shit up for Genesis. It's all going well, man. It's all going well. And on top of that, this show increased our popularity in 24 regions. And we didn't get a segment below 40, really. The only one that did was the ODB and Tara segment. Funnily enough, the Beautiful People got a higher rating than that did. I don't know. Weird. Okay, lads. That is the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Our ratings are going up, man. Our ratings are going up. We got a 63 this week, which I'm very happy about. The fact that we've got good storylines developing for Genesis has actually improved that. So, yeah, can't complain there. We do have Genesis in 9 days. In fact, what we'll do, the matches that are confirmed right now are AJ and Kurt Angle, Daniels and Samoa Joe. You've got Desmond Wolf and Jeff Hardy. You've got the TNA World Tag Team title match between the British Invasion and Beer Money. And I think, yeah, you've got the open chat, well, kind of open challenge, but more mystery opponent for the X Division title as well with the Amazing Red. Now, I don't know. I've got a few names in mind for the mystery opponent, but nothing's set in stone as of yet. But no, by Genesis, or actually before Genesis, before the next episode goes up, I'll have the mystery opponent signed and it'll be over and done with by then. So, yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit. Take care. And you know the rest, lads. Peace.